All right, cool stuff. Welcome to the AK Roundtable. It's already October 25th, 2023. It's a special day because it's the day that we got to experience the ultimate present. Here we are in this ultimate present moment here at 7:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The mission with every single one of these AK Roundtables is to make sure that we leave every single roundtable with something that allows us to put a peg in the board forward. Our mission is to take away golden nuggets and to be able to apply those things to our personal life, our business life, and ultimately build towards the future that we desire. And so I'm excited to be here with you all. I will do my very best. You've got my commitment to be engaged throughout this next hour, to be able to pour into you guys as much as I possibly can. And I hope you all can do the same as well. We've got people who are just starting out in the industry, as well as seasoned vets in the industry who have been in business for more than a decade, some 2 decades. And so welcome to the AK Roundtable. Down below, you'll see that there is a chat section where you can actually chat with people. Raise your hand if you know how to use that chat feature, please. Cool. That chat feature, for those of you that don't, feel free to go and find that little chat window. That's a really important one for you to communicate with everyone as a group, or you could even chat personally with an individual that you might find on the screen, somebody that might speak, somebody that might catch your attention that you want to connect with. You'll also notice that some of the profiles that you see on here, there's the names down at the bottom. As an example, if you look at my name down at the bottom, raise your hand if you see my name and then my email address. Cool. If you can do that, if you can do the same thing for you, then what we're doing is we're building a network on here on the AK Roundtable where you can exchange information with each other, with like-minded people, people in the industry that desire to build a bright future. Whether you're wanting to start a crack repair business, whether you already own a pavement asset management business that's an 8-figure business, your network is and your circle is your future, right? So let's continue to build this network and continue to expand on it, because we've got really, really big things in store here for the future, but it starts right now tonight to be able to unfold that. So excited to be here with you all. Let's go ahead. We start out every single roundtable with some wins to get the energy up, and then we can go into some value drops and some things that certainly will be shared throughout this meeting that will be the golden nuggets. So let's go through some wins. I know, Skylar, you've already got your hand up over there on your phone. Do you have a win that you want to share with everybody, brother?
Yeah, I can.
Great, man. Let's do it.
Me and Coach Anthony and some guys from his team and some other contractors just unfolded some pretty exceptional training of the new gold standard down here in South Carolina. So we got to come down here. We all got to get together. We got to work on a project and unfold a new standard, a new level to what we call our pavement asset management. Something that it wasn't groundbreaking or record shattering, but it was definitely different and something that's going to be able to put you ahead of the competitors. And it's going to be turnkey for a guy like me or Anthony to do, or a guy that's just starting out with, the materials. The application is easy, just a little bit of a different system.
Great. And how did you find that? How did you find it being down in Gaffney, South Carolina? How was that for you to do that with a bunch of contractors? Because I saw you coaching as well. Like, you've got some significant experience in the industry. You've built a beautiful company, Skylar, and you're 23, is that right?
24.
24 years old, and you've built a beautiful company. You're down there investing.
How do you hear me? What do you think? I don't know. It cut out. Yeah,
Judd might be having some issues with audio and connection.
Looks like we lost half the.
I think we're back, maybe.
We back?
I think so. Semi.
And Judd disappeared.
Yeah, it might have disappeared there. We can continue with the wins, though, for sure. I'm not exactly sure what. Oh, looks like you may be back.
Yeah, guys, you have to apologize. So this week we had Hurricane Tammy pass by where I'm located, and we ended up getting dumped on with rain. We've been out of power since Sunday, and so we're on the generator. that we have at our hotel here. And the generator just switched back to electricity. So we're now back on the main line. So apologies for the pop off. But my question to you, Skylar, was what did you think of going through this training and as somebody who's experienced in the industry building a successful business, what do you think of that standard, the level of intensity of what unfolded there?
It was awesome. Yeah, definitely a lot different than what you would normally think to do, right? And it's like I said, it's not that we're breaking ground and you're like, you got to relearn your whole business. We're just taking products and applying them in a different manner to add another level of detail, to add another level of surface expectation, to add another level of congruent surfaces. So it was definitely an interesting process, and it was great to be around everybody, Coach Anthony and Coach Dom, for a couple of days, to be able to coach up some of these young bucks in the industry, and getting some of these guys painting and knowing that they'll be able to go back home and apply this to a business, right? Never laid stripes in their life, and they're out there painting already with no layout, my style. We started on some layout, and then next thing you know, I'm just marking ticks at the end of the lines. They're sending lines, and they're going to go make money, right? So yeah, it was awesome.
Awesome. Well, I want to express some major gratitude to you, man, because I saw you. There's some video of you inspiring some younger guys about SOPs and processes, and that's really cool to see, man. The importance of actually executing. Like you were speaking about keys to the vault too, which is such an important thing. Like at the end of the day, right? It's if people who are experienced in the industry are sharing these valuable pieces and processes and the ability to connect with those things, if you have access to that and you don't go out and use them and practice them, shame on you for not doing that. You can't expect different results if you're just stuck on the hamster wheel. You know what I mean?
Yep. And that was literally like the little bit of light we were shining, right? Like Dom was kind of coaching and doing some things, and we were bouncing back and forth, and I just kind of brought up the vault, and I was like, brother, like you're asking a lot of questions, but do you have keys to the vault yet? How much have you executed there before we get into this next level of, depth, right? Are you hitting those basics that are going to knock you out of the park? And me at my level still utilize that. I was telling them that, we're still marketing play, some of our Instagram plays, some of our, whatever you want to say, promotions or lock-in rates or whatever we're selling to customers right now is lining up with that. And if I have work to do there's definitely a ton of work for, some younger guys in the industry that are building their business as we speak. So
that's awesome, man. Well, I appreciate that very much. And congratulations, guys. Was super excited to see the content. Can't wait to see more content that came out of that. That's awesome. Congrats, bro.
We got
appreciate
our man, LaBelle. He taking care of everything behind the scenes. So yeah, it'll be great. We had some fun. We did some work. We'll have, I think we'll have a lot of funny clips coming up as well.
Awesome. Something that makes me smile just ear to ear is you can see who here sees the actual excitement and the energy. And a guy who's 24 years old has built a really thriving company in the pavement asset management world, investing in his future. But look how happy that dude is. Wouldn't it be cool if we had the younger generations that are in their late teens and early 20s guided by guys like Skylar? Isn't that awesome? How cool is that, man? I want to give you a huge shout out, Skylar. Proud of you, bro, and really, really excited for the journey ahead, and can't wait to see you here. And just under, I guess, about 10 days, I'll see you in Dallas, bro.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Excellent. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. By the way, everyone, we're speaking about keys to the vault right here. And just to be clear, on the website, I'm going to post a link in the chat right now. Just bear with me. Here we go. Everyone, you can look at your chat. I'm posting the link. This goes to a page right here. That page, you're going to see if you go to get access to it, we sell access to the AK Vault for $5,000. I'm giving it to all of you for free. Everybody who's a member of the AK Roundtable, you're going to get it for free. Okay, the things that Skylar was just speaking about, I just want to give it to you guys. I want you to be super successful with what it is that you're doing. And so this access, to get the access for free, you need to reach out to somebody at AK though to get you that access, because there's a special key code that they need to give you. So if you're speaking with Matthias or Spencer or Glenn or Addie, there you can see a bunch of our team members on screen right now, but reach out to them for that key and they'll give it to you. And you can see Matthias and Spencer's email address that's there. Unit 10 is on right there. Raise your hand, John. There he is. You can see him raising his hand right there. And you can reach out at any point in time. Also, if you're working with one of our AK coaches as well, they can give you that key. Okay, guys? Cool. I hope you go through that vault because there's a lot of good stuff in there. Our coaches, by the way, they use that platform and they coach through that platform, then hold you accountable to make sure that you're executing on it, because that creates inevitable success. Doing it on your own sometimes is challenging. So coaches on screen, you guys raise your hand, coaches, AK coaches. Alex, raise your hand. You can hear us. I know you can hear us. Stephanie, cool. Anthony, I don't think is on. Cool, guys. Excellent. Other wins. Marky, I know that we spoke last week, man, and you were going to go out there and knock it out of the park. Tell us about what happened.
Yeah, some good news, a little bit of bad news, but for me, mostly I would say good news. I finally got my first job. Like it was real interesting how it happened, because I was looking in, like, once again doing the parking lot striping, but I came across curb striping. Like basically you paint the address numbers on a curb, and this is like I want to say last week or the week before that, my job had just let me go when I was thinking about doing this thing, and I was like, maybe I should start doing curb striping, because my old job paid me $15 an hour, and it's a 40-hour work week, or it's supposed to be. I could be making that within a day if I really put the work in. So I was just every single day going out curb striping, and met a guy who owned the house and spoke with him and did his job, but he had some other guy there alongside with him. I believe it was his friend. And his friend was like, hey, you do parking lots? And I said, yeah, that's actually what I'm trying to get into. He was like, have you ever done one before? And I said, no, I'm still trying to get my first customer. And he said, well, I'm your first customer. And ever since
That's
then,
awesome.
yeah. So he was asking me, what materials I have. I had all the materials except for the handicap sign and stuff. And he was like, listen, I have one. I'll give you, I'll let you use it and stuff. I guess he saved it for like whenever he needed the jobs done. So he owns multiple.
Nice.
Yes, he owns multiple. I believe like gas stations, because that's basically what he had, was like a gas station. So he said whenever he needs other jobs and stuff, he'll definitely let me know. But it was just amazing to see that. I was recording, made a YouTube reel, a Instagram reel out of it, set up the account, and I'm just trying to take it more from there. But it was just like, I know if I could get one, I could definitely get another one by God's grace and just keep going. So today we've been doing a whole lot more, just going out, talking, calling people, and being more aggressive with it, I would say.
Follow the process, bro. Follow the process, man.
Yeah. So it's just like, just keep going,
Cool.
and getting more so to the I believe the word is closing. So not really just like, just trying to just talk along with them, but like actually trying to get to a point like, hey, when can I do this? When is it free to actually talk about it? And things like that, emailing, giving voicemails and stuff. But I know it comes with time and patience, but just trying to just do as much as possible right now. And he was giving a lot of advice too alongside that, so I was really glad about that as well. He gave me a lot of advice, so
Nice,
it was
man.
a win.
Nice, Marquis. I'm so proud of you, bro. And you want to know something? You just spoke about closing, right? You spoke about closing deals, and everybody who here, straight up, like who here likes to close deals? Honestly, raise your hand if you like to close deals. I like to close big deals. Like I like closing the big deals where we can actually make serious money. The small deals for me are cool, but they have to lead to a bigger deal, right? Remember, parking lots have potholes, they have cracks, they've got line striping that it is all the striping that's faded, they've got oil stains. And so if we can go into providing aspirin to be able to solve the pain points on these pavement assets and get in the door, even though it might be a $500 or $1,000 job, let's realize that the intent of doing that job is much more than making the $500 to $1,000. The mission here is to become the pavement asset management company for life. So I want you to think about something here. Like, who here thinks that advertising is important for your business? All right, cool. So what if you could get paid for advertising essentially, right? And what I'm using just a different tactic here, right? I'm tweaking it a little bit. What if we went and did $1,000 job, got paid for it, And that was an advertising fee that we call it, right? Our time on that job that we got paid for was in order to get that job that could have been a $25,000 seal coat and stripe job every 2 years or 3 years, right? Like that to me is the exciting part. And then what happens when they have to mill and pave it in about 15 years? Who's the company that's going to do the mill and paving? You guys are the pavement asset management company. You're brokering the deals with the paving companies that are out there to go execute on that. Remember, team, it's very important as we're going through the process of building our companies that we put ourselves in a mindset with our company that we're not an asphalt maintenance or an asphalt repair company. That's not what we are. We're a marketing and sales company first. That is a pavement asset management company committed to keeping.
Did I finish his sentence? Keeping pavement safe, long lasting.
Did I lose you guys? Where did I lose you guys?
Safe is what we were just about to say, I think.
Got it. I should be connected here again. Sorry about that. So you have to be first and foremost a marketing and sales company, right? That is a pavement asset management company geared towards keeping pavement assets safe, long lasting, and looking
great. Amazing. Looking fantastic. Got you, buddy.
That's when you know people have been working together for a long time.
Matthias, are you picking up for me right now?
Yeah, I was trying to help you, buddy. I just keep trying to finish your sentences.
Listen, this whole power thing in Anguilla is wild. For those of you that don't know, I live on a small little island. It's 15 miles wide, 15 miles long by 2 miles wide. There's about 14,000 people. And when we lose power here, guys, it's like we lose power not for like 15 seconds. We lose power for like a week. You know what I mean? We lose power for a week. Fortunately, we have a beautiful hotel right on the water that we bought back when COVID hit. And so we've got a huge generator that backs us up. So now I'm in the asphalt business and I'm in the hotelier business. It's crazy, man. Life's wild. But here we are talking about asphalt tonight. So do you guys get my drift though? We're a marketing and sales company, pavement asset management, safety, long lasting, looking great. If we ingrain that in our mindset and in the mindset of all the people that we surround ourselves with in our business, and we put that in our marketing, then we have a much better chance of closing those bigger deals. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah, you agree with that straight up? So next time somebody asks you, what kind of business do you own? Not asphalt repair, not asphalt maintenance, not asphalt restoration. I own a pavement asset management company. We're committed to keeping pavement safe, long lasting, and looking great for you. Safe because we want to eliminate the liability risks, or at least limit the liability risks. Long lasting because we don't want you to have to repave your parking lot so often, right? We want to save you money, and we're going to show you how. Then we want to make it look really great for you too, because it's the red carpet for your business. Cool. So now that we get to that point of understanding of what kind of company we are, we move to the next stage, which is the closer framework. When we want to close deals, we bring people on a journey. And for those of you that have been on the AK Roundtable for more than 6 months, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Anybody on 6 months or more? Anybody a year or more? A year or more? Yeah, a bunch of you. I love that. That makes my heart sing. So closer framework, does anybody remember what that acronym stands for? Can anybody speak that for anybody that's on here who has practiced it, applied it to their business from a sales strategy? Does anybody remember that? And if you don't, I'm going to hold you accountable to it because you need to. It's inside the AK vault as well. Really, really important. Come on, somebody come on and tell me what the closer framework stands for. Matthias, you can't cheat, bro. We got to let somebody else do this. Closer framework, it's the sales journey. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to show you what it is tonight. I'm going to share my screen. Are you guys cool if I share my screen for what the closer framework stands for? Cool. This right here.
You want me to do it, Judd?
Who's speaking? Who's speaking?
That's Alex.
Alex, let's roll. Let's roll. Can I share my screen and you can walk people through it?
Sure.
Beautiful. So let's do it. Let's do this actually. Let's see if Alex, do you remember it off by heart, Alex, or do you have to pull something up?
Clarify, label, overview, self-deprecation, explain away the problems or concerns, reinforce the decision.
Yes, sir. I love that. I love that. I'm going to share my screen right now with you guys. By the way, team, just as a side note, that AK Vault I was speaking about earlier that you can get access to inside the AK Vault, just as a side note before I show you this, there's like 5 hours of training of what we call the online biz training. There's 5 hours of it that walk you through the vault as well. That gives you a good feel of it, a good taste of it. But again, that's something you guys got to commit to. Let me just go to the sales vault. Here we go. The voice of your business. Team, watch the closer framework carefully and practice this relentlessly, and you'll close the big deals that I'm talking about. Check this out. Closer framework. So you're going to make it easy for your prospects to say yes. We bring them on a journey. C is for clarify. L is for label. O for overview. S for self-deprecation, E for explain away the concerns and reinforce their decision. And that should be able to roll off your tongue pretty quickly as you practice this. So I'll look you guys, and so it's clarify why they're there, label them with a problem, overview their past pain, self-deprecation, explain away their concerns, reinforce their decision. That's memorized in my head. So when I'm working a sales process, I'm bringing somebody on a journey. Raise your hand if you think it's important to understand why you're actually there in the first place with somebody and why they're there with you. Who thinks that's important? Clarifying the reasons why they're actually there, asking those open-ended questions that are allowing you to really determine who somebody is. I call that discovery or uncovery, right? Very important. And so that's clarify. Then we move into label them with a problem. Labeling the problem is key to making it less abstract and the solution clearer. So if somebody says, man, I failed with my business 3 times, or if somebody says on a parking lot, let's just say that, you know what, the last contractor came to my property and really did a shoddy job for me, and I'm really nervous about going forward. Isn't that an important thing to know? Of course it is. What if they don't have any money? What if they need some help with financing? What if they have business interruption? What if they're like a McDonald's location that can't shut down, right? They're not going to shut down, right? Who here thinks McDonald's is going to just go shut down for 3 days while you go do their pavement maintenance? Anybody? No way, man. No way. So isn't it important to know that and label them with the challenge, which is, understanding that their business cannot shut down because they're going to be losing a bunch of money on their bottom line. So we're going to, of course, be able to overview that, find out why they have what they have already tried and what hasn't worked. Make sure you repeat back their experiences so they feel heard, and to ensure you are actually listening to the problem. And then selling the vacation. Let me be clear with you guys. This is really important. Selling the vacation is not like selling them what it's like to drive to the airport and then to stand in line for check-in and then to check the bags at the bag check counter, to then be told that you have to go use the kiosk, to then get your bag tag tickets. You know what I'm talking about, guys? Like the bag tag tickets, to then putting your bags on the baggage belt, to then go to your gate and sit there, and then you're waiting at the gate. Then you have to get called on board, and if you have priority, you get on sooner. Then you get on the airplane, choose your seat. You're next to the woman that's next to you. She's snoring on your shoulder. Then the waitress or the flight attendant comes by and she spills the coffee on you. Then you get to Maui, to the destination, and then finally you get to your pina colada in a beach chair. Man, I'm not going to tell you all of that. You want to know nothing about all of that. What I'm going to tell you is, man, we're going to get you to the airport. You're going to get nice and clear into first class, and away we go. You're going to be sitting on a beach in no time in your beach chair, sipping a pina colada with a slice of pineapple. Does that sound good? Or do I have to tell you about all the intricacies about crack repair? Do I need to tell you about all the intricacies of seal coat? All of the intricacies of all of the rest of the things that we do? No, man. That's when we go to explain away the concerns, because then at that point, we're going to say, hey, do you have any questions about anything that we've spoken about? And if they want to know about the checkpoints, and they want to know about the gate, and they want to know about the spilled coffee, and they want to know about all that, then you can start to explain away their concerns at that point. Once you've explained away their concerns, Then we roll into reinforce their decision, letting them know they've made a great decision on buying that ticket to Maui to go and sit on the beach with that pineapple slice. Of course, I'm using an analogy here, team, but that's the closer framework. We don't have enough time to do a full coaching call right now on that whole thing and then go into role practicing. That's what we do with our coaches. And Daniel, by the way, good to see you, brother. I can't wait to roll through this with you and teach you. But this is really where the magic comes in, team, is doing the things that are different than the other guys that are out there doing it all on their own, trying to figure out how to spin around and find the right direction to go where they need to go. Who here believes that anybody is practicing this closer framework in this industry right now other than you guys and the people that we've trained? Raise your hand. Jeanette, other people are practicing it. What other companies are practicing it outside of the AK groups?
Well, the guy that I can't remember his name right this second. The guy that created the video.
Oh, Alex Hermosi.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
I seriously think that he's pretty good. His name always leaves my head whenever I go to say it, but I watch him. I follow him a lot, and I think he's one of the ones that mainly he puts this into action big time.
But he's not doing it. He's not doing it in the industry, Jeanette. We're the only ones doing it in this industry. We're the only ones practicing this.
Oh,
yeah.
I apologize. In asphalt maintenance. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Alex Hermosi's a badass, by the way. He did $100 million offer. He did $100 million lead. He's a badass. You should follow him. He's really, really great. I know you do, Jeanette. But yeah, in our industry, I'll tell you what, people don't practice this. And so when you guys start to practice this and unfold the processes that exist within this vault and the different pieces of our community, I'm telling you that success becomes inevitable, guys. I mean, I'm not going to, I won't call anybody out, but like who's experienced some growth this year over last year with the connections that have been made through the AK network? Cool. Who here has experienced like some exponential success in the last year? Cool. Cool. Awesome. Well, it's good to be here doing that. So that's what I would recommend that you all do, is spend time inside the vault, spend time doing the things that are different, because at the end of the day, we can come to these meetings, right? Like we can come here and spend an hour together. But when we leave this meeting, if we're not doing the work that we need to do around what actually works, then we end up kind of in that wheel, in that hamster wheel. And it's like, man, back to the regular routine, back to the magnetic force of what we were doing before. And so I kind of call this the breakout sessions, right? It's like, okay, well, maybe if I tried not everything, but maybe if I just tried one thing, just one thing different. What if the average job price that I'm going to put out in my proposals this week is not going to be $2,000 as an average proposal that I'm going to put out. Instead, I'm going to put out $20,000 proposals for the next week. What if I just did that? Do we have enough belief and conviction that if we did that, that our conversion rate with the $20,000 quotes that we're putting out is going to convert at the same rate as the $2,000 quotes? Because I'll tell you from experience and the people I coach and work with, team, the conversion rate doesn't change much. It actually can go up on those projects if you do it properly, but it takes a process that's done properly. Like Alex Coring has nailed a process that is teed and tuned. Alex, do you want to maybe just share kind of, I know I don't want to share anything confidential, but like, do you want to share like what this last part of your season's like and the difference that made the difference for you?
Sure. Yeah, when I met with you out in Anguilla, we kind of sat down and we're talking about some of the tools that I use, and had a little bit of a brainchild. It's like, why am I not implementing some of these video features in my proposals? I started doing recordings, just kind of like basic animations of some of my proposals, that are done through the Google platform. So it's pretty much free. Anybody can use it, but I think it's just the implementation of how do you integrate that into your workflow, and how do you be able to pull those things up easily. But that was the beginning of it, I think, in April. And then I switched to a video recording, screen recording software. I use Vidyard. There's other companies called like Loom, and you can record yourself doing a presentation to your client. So it's kind of a combination of the selfie message that you talk about, right? You walk in the parking lot, you take the hey, I'm out here, I see the pothole, and you send them the video message. So kind of combining those two things into the proposals. And on Tuesday, I just closed the Hilton. It took, I would say, like 2 weeks from start to finish. I spent maybe 6 to 8 hours on the proposal. It was quite in depth, but I presented over Zoom to them as well. So I do their video recordings, they watch the proposal, and then I set up a Zoom meeting to walk them through it personally. I did that for an hour, and I just closed them for $250,000, and we'll do the project in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
Boom.
yeah, I was kind of running through the numbers.
Who else is doing that? Who else is doing that kind of stuff, man? Who else is doing that level of proposal, going on Zoom, walking them through it? Who's doing the selfie? Like, nobody is doing this, Alex. And that's why you win it. Like, you've annihilated your numbers. And next year it's like, I mean, you know what I mean? It's just, you're differentiating. And that's what the difference is that you're completely unique. And that's why your conversion rates are through the roof. Like, do you know what your conversion rates are, dude?
I don't track my conversion rate for projects or estimates, right? So you could send out 10 estimates and you might close 9 of them, but you might close 9 $1 estimates and you didn't close the $100,000 estimate. So
Yeah.
I don't count what percent of estimates I send out that I won. I count the percent of dollars that I won. So I aggregate, hey, I sent out $1 million in proposals and I won $600,000. So my close rate is, with that deal, over 60% this year. Over 60% of the volume of bids I sent out, I've closed. So
I mean, everybody, can you give Alex, honestly, can you give him a round of applause? Can you give him a round of applause? Like, honestly, look at this guy. Will you share your rev numbers, what you did this year?
With that, I think we're actually going to be ahead of schedule, and we've got $450,000 in signed contracts to do by the end of the year. I'll probably finish at 2.2, maybe north. So last year I did 1.3, so I grew almost $1 million year over year.
Proud of you, bro. That's amazing.
Yeah, it just keeps coming in. Like, I don't know, they just keep getting bigger. So
the other thing too, everyone, just so you know, like, the goal here at AK is that I'm a huge believer, and our coaches are huge believers. Alex is one of our coaches in California, in the Sacramento area. But we're huge believers in that success attracts success. It's like, it's the energy, law of attraction. When you are surrounded by success, you'll be driven to be successful. You cannot come on here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and leave this meeting feeling like shit, if you know what I mean. You're going to leave this meeting feeling inspired and good. Then it's in your hands, in the palm of your hands, to stay connected or just go to do whatever you were doing before and stick to that. But we're sitting here with open arms to everybody on here, saying, welcome to your Asphalt Kingdom. Let's roll. Let's build a strong community of winners together. Let's push each other to do better. You guys push me to do better. If you need content, tell me what content you need. Tell your coaches what content you want, but tell your struggles, right? Pain points. We got to share as a community. Otherwise, we end up in a spot where we're left alone in the woods. And it's sometimes a hard thing to be alone in the woods, trying to figure out your own path. You know what I mean? And Alex, like, dude, this success that you have, that you've shared with other people, like Jason Morales, for example, M5, like 3 months in, they're already crushing Their website's not even finished yet. They're crushing. Like they flew down and spent 3 days with you. They got to see the inside guts, and you spent time with them, and you gave them that energy and that time that they needed to really kickstart them. And that's something so magnificent, man. So like, just to reiterate this message to everyone, having access to this kind of an organization, these kind of people that we have, is something of magnitude. This does not exist in our industry. I don't know what industry it really does exist at this level, guys, but like, make sure that you connect. I've watched Jeanette on here, like, go from literally scared in her seat, unsure of what to say on a cold call role practice here. What was that, over a year ago, Jeanette? Like, was that a year ago?
October 14th was 1 year.
October 14th. I remember that meeting, and it was like you were scared in your seat. And then today you're like one of the most confident people that I see rocking it. And you're out there crushing it with your business, and you're teaching other people how to do it. Like you basically speak about Paveman Pro New AK Dash better than our team does because you know it like the back of your hand. It's special. It's really, really special.
I use it every single day. Every day I use it.
But Alex, man, huge wins, and celebrate it.
One little thing that, you know, you don't have to have a fancy estimating platform and all that stuff to win these bigger deals, or just to increase your closing rate. When you go out and you do, even if it's your first job, like Jason had a film crew come and film his first job, right? I'm sure you saw the video, but very nice kind of infotainment style, where he I forget the term for it, but you talk about the project, then you cut to the scene, then you talk about the project. So you can do like a selfie. Hey, we're doing this here.
Please.
And you can use the iMovie or whatever on your phone. You could just snip those shots together and put that video in your proposal, or send it like attached to the email. And so that somebody can see your work, right? They can see that you're out there, you're doing quality work. And that's going to set you apart. Just take a couple of shots while you're doing your work and put it in a little video and montage and send it to the client. That'll win you twice as many deals.
100%. It makes total sense, Alex. And you have a drone that you fly?
Yeah, I spent like $1,000 on a drone that shoots in 6K. So with that, you can kind of like punch in and out of the shots. You can zoom in, and when you render it down to 1080p. So, but I mean, I have an editor that does that, and I pay him, you know, whatever. You could do it with your own phone. You don't need anything fancy. It's just having something, because everybody else has nothing, you know. Just have something.
It's really so true. The things that we're speaking about, raise your hand honestly if you think about these things that we're speaking about. Does it make sense to everybody? Raise your hand if it makes sense. Yeah? All right, cool. I figured that everybody would raise their hand. The biggest challenge, and I'm going to be real with everyone. And in Dallas, I'm going to be real with everybody live. In Dundas, I was real with everyone live. At the AK Pro Spring Training Conference in Astor, Florida, at Marietta Springs, I was real with everybody. My biggest fear, straight up, is that you guys all raise your hand and then you don't practice any of it when you leave here. That's my biggest fear. I'm telling you, the people that actually go and practice it, like when they actually go do these things, the success is ginormous. It's life-changing stuff. It's not just like, oh, we're going to go and adjust this, but you build a business that you're not only successful with financially, but you're actually proud of your business and excited about it because you're doing something that actually works at a level beyond what you were doing before on your own. Do you guys agree with that? Honestly, like, is that something? It's the biggest thing, you know, like our CEO, Amy, she'll watch this video, this roundtable recording. If she didn't push me to be better at what it is that I do, then I can't be better for you guys to be able to help you be better. Do you see what I mean? She pushes me, man. She'll send me audiobooks. I'm terrible at ordering audiobooks. My Audible account on my phone gets stacked by Amy. Like, she just sends me our team, sales team, raise your hand right now. Like, our sales, some of our key salespeople. Did Amy send us a book this last week? Boom, done, right? Fanatical Prospecting, by the way, everybody drop whatever you're reading right now. Write down Fanatical Prospecting from Jeb Blount. It is an absolute game-changing book, Fanatical Prospecting. Listen to that book. It's badass. It's game-changing. He also wrote a book called Inked, but Fanatical Prospecting was better. But yeah, that's, you know, team, that's really where I'm going with this is Alex unfolding the processes that he has is yielding a result that is massive. $250,000 jobs. Alex, would you ever have thought when you first started with sidewalk safety and like sidewalk grinding that you'd do $250,000 jobs at that point? Did you think you were going to one day do that?
I don't think I thought that far into the future, like as far as the size of the deals. My first concrete job I ever did, I rented a trailer. I didn't even own one. I didn't have the right truck. It was a 1/2 ton instead of 3/4 ton. I had no employees. I rolled up to a Home Depot with a way too small truck and a rented trailer. And I asked a couple of guys sitting on a street corner if anyone knew how to finish concrete. That was my first job. So, and I was hella nervous, like beyond nervous. Couldn't even sleep the night before. What am I going to do? How am I going to find people? You know, whatever. Just, you know, you just jump in the fire. And no, I don't think I was going to be closing $250,000 deals. And I did one this year that was $750,000. That took like 3 months, 4 months to do that job. But no, I didn't anticipate the deals being that big. I just figured tons of tiny deals, because that's all the company was founded on. The average job size when I took over the company 7 years ago was $1,500 a project. That was it. So I didn't really see outside that scope too much, but you just kind of lean into the process and follow your dream, you know?
It's amazing when you have lenses on your glasses, right? Like, I wear glasses. My wife said I need to get fancy glasses because my old glasses, they weren't as fancy. So she made me get these fancy glasses that I overpaid for. Honey, it wasn't me. So yeah, no, I'm kidding. So here's the thing with your lenses, with your glasses, what you see is what you have on right now in the ultimate present. But when you start to see different things, because you might be exposed to something or you might convert a deal at a higher level, I can tell you the belief and conviction with the new lenses that you put on is game changing. It's dramatically game changing. And so when Alex, you closed a $750,000, it's not out of reach for you to believe that you're going to close $1 million deal here in the next year, maybe a $2 million deal. But all it is a different number, same process, just different numbers. And I think that that's such an important takeaway for everyone.
Yeah, I told this to you a while back, but I look at everything as like building blocks. So think of like the alphabet or the numbers 1 through 10. Those are the building blocks of numbers and language. If you can understand A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and you can put them in the right order, you can formulate a sentence. If you can formulate a sentence, you can formulate a coherent thought. If you can formulate a coherent thought, you can share your ideas and messages with people. And it's just understanding the building blocks. If you know how to crack seal 1 feet, you know how to crack seal 3,000 feet. If you know how to seal coat and spray a driveway, you can seal coat and spray an apartment complex. Once you understand the building blocks, it's just scaling that process and putting them in the right order. You just got to put all the blocks in the right order, and you've got a masterpiece. So learn the building blocks, and then I get, you know, like in sports, it's like learn the fundamentals, right? Just get the fundamentals down, and then accelerate. So that's what I focused on for the first few years of being in business, was getting those fundamentals.
Man, I'm shutting this meeting down right now. That's where it ends right there, guys. No, I'm kidding. Like that right there, by the way, right there, that snippet, everyone who is listening to that right there, that's the magic, right? What does that process look like for you? What does that workflow look like? By the way, there's some really cool tools that you can use. There's like Lucid charts or Miro boards, MIR, and you can actually create workflows. And these are great to be able to follow some kind of structure rather than just going out and winging it. And so if you can think about things like from the time that you do a cold call to the time that you're actually doing your follow-up for nurturing that's taking place to try and convert that deal. If you had an actual step-by-step process that you followed relentlessly that could be measured, well, now you're playing a game, right? This is now a different beast. It's a different caliber versus the average people in this industry. I'm just going to say this. They do a cold call, they hand a business card over and they walk away and they never come back. That's the average. It's like, oh, here, I'll drop off a quick quote, and then they run away. And it's like a green check mark. It's like a feel good. And that's the majority. But this is different. This is practice different processes. And inside the vault, by the way, we have some of those processes that are documented in there as well. But Alex, man, I'm so stoked for you. Skylar, you've got your hand up right now. I know you guys are at the airport.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's been up for a while.
Cool. Cool. Is your arm tired yet?
Yeah.
Cool. We have Anthony. So you guys, this is actually pretty fun. Check this out. We have Skylar and Anthony here. Are you guys? There you go. Both at the airport. You guys in Charlotte, right?
Yeah, Charlotte. Yes, sir.
Okay, this is awkward now. You're getting me dizzy, boys. Cool. So Anthony, tell us about it. How was it, man? How was Gaffney, South Carolina, brother?
It's my home away from home right now. Been back here unfolding all sorts of projects. Remember that the brotherhood is real. And I know that you did a recall of our success through the roundtable and through the community. And that I've been a part of the community full-fledged since really the middle of February, and the brotherhood that exists and the networking opportunities that exist here are real. So engage with everybody. When people reach out, make sure that you give them a real focus, because there's a lot of opportunity here. But specifically with these projects, we were able to unfold a gold standard training here. I was fortunate enough to lead that, and it went off really well. It was awesome to have Coach Dom Manzo down here, and Skylar, Evan Burke was here, and a couple other participants. And it was a tremendous amount of learning for them in a short period of time. Everyone stepped up to the plate and executed really well. So you'll see some of the documentation coming out over time. And if it's something that you're wondering if you can level up on, just reach out and I'll get you more information on what the course kind of includes.
That's great, man. That's great. And Anthony, just to clarify, because a lot of people don't know who you are, they know that you've been a part of the whole AK community and building the community since February, the AK Pro Spring Training Conference in Florida. But can you just give a little bit of backstory on who you are and what you've built?
So I started in the industry in 2005. I learned really old school methods from a company that was actually in business for 45 seasons. The way I kind of end that snapshot of that company is it's difficult to do anything for 45 years, let alone those 45 years. Over those decades, there was a lot of turmoil and upheaval in our economy, et cetera. And then later on top of that, it was a seasonal business in Michigan in the snow belt. So I learned from a real godfather in the industry. Like I said, he started in 1960. And I started my own business in 2009. Stephanie Bison, another AK coach, and I have run a high performing business in southeastern Michigan. We do contracting and installations for all asphalt services. And we've been able to level to a place of real financial freedom for ourselves. Total dedication is what it takes every day for the warm season. And then in the off season, for the several years past, what we do is we travel and we visit all sorts of different parts of the United States. And we're looking forward to doing that again this year. But, you know, we'd love to help people find the freedom that we have in our lives. And I have a huge passion for the underdog. So if you feel like you have challenges and struggles that you need some guidance through, that's exactly why I'm here. And I like to push the community and the brotherhood forward. And I'd love to say, I love you, honey, and I will see you soon.
I think she's there. Do we have? Yes, Stephanie. Oh, wasn't that nice? You must miss your hubby so much.
I haven't seen him in forever. You're like stealing him, but it's fine.
You're not crying?
I'm not crying. No, sorry.
I thought I was going to hit you in the heels.
Well, it is so awesome. And Anthony, I'll tell you, like, this is something that obviously is very special to me, because I remember when we first started building the AK community, and to be here with all of you guys and building what we're building from far and wide, like legitimately far and wide, you know, all through Canada, through the United States, and even Latin America is starting to unfold. It's pretty special stuff. And so it takes all of us to really nurture it, to build it. We can't do it alone. It takes everybody to do it. And so if you see people out there in the industry that could use a place, like a safe place where they can come and be a part of something and truly be committed to something that's beyond just being alone or part of negativity. There's a lot of noise out there. But if you know anybody else out there that needs some guidance and support, we're here for them as well. So, and that they don't have to be only involved in the asphalt industry, right? These could be people that might just be dealing or suffering or struggling with some things that maybe they just need a community to be a part of. So I know that we've had people on here that have that suffer from some pretty serious things, and it just has become a place of light. So don't ever hesitate to bring bring people along for the ride, and to be a part of it. What questions does, I mean, we've been speaking a lot here. What questions? Yes, Tom, come on, bring it on. Come on with some questions.
Hi there, guys. So just first and foremost, I just want to say thank you. I actually found this through one of the guys who first started working with me. He's a bright guy. I own an asphalt and concrete business, and I've done it myself for about 6 years now. I had never touched it. I didn't even know what it was before I started my business, from like one day to the next. And I'm at a point right now where, you know, I'm wildly successful enough for myself, but I want to get to the point to grow where I can help those in my community and outside of just my family. So there's definitely a growth margin here that I don't quite know how to jump to the next level on. Is that something that maybe you guys, I mean, the sales aspect I'm pretty damn good at. But I mean, you know, I could always learn more on that, but I really want to know if there's something that you guys have that helps you know, a smaller business figure out a scale.
How do you do it? Trusting people to do the work, Tom?
It's very hard. It's very hard.
I picked up on that immediately when you started talking.
Why
so if
is
you want
that?
It was just intuition, I think. But if you'd like to talk about that further in private,
Yeah.
we can do that. But that's going to be a struggle for you until you learn how to get over it. There's just a cold, hard truth there.
It's slowly, I've slowly had to learn how to do these things because there's so much of the pie that I've realized that I'm losing a lot of possibilities by just not asking some of it all, honestly. So
Have you ever tried to build a doghouse?
No.
Well, can you imagine one guy building a doghouse? He can probably do a really good job, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can that guy build a skyscraper by himself?
No.
So you're going to have to learn how to trust people to do the work, man.
Good point. Okay. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
You want to be stuck building a doghouse for the rest of your life?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
We can help you with that, brother. We can help you with that.
Okay. So where do I go after this meeting for this?
I'm going to email you my email right now.
Awesome. That works. Thank you.
And for everyone else, just as a side note, Spencer's dropping in the AK coaching URL into the chat. So you can actually go down to the chat screen and you'll see the link there. Our coaches are all listed on there as well. So you can connect with people on there. But this is, you know, Tom, it's hard doing it on your own, brother. Like I'm telling you right now, we would not be on this screen together if I was still trying to figure out how to do customer service and sales and selling 10-gallon melters like I was 20 years ago. You know what I mean? It's a different world now. We've got teams of people now inside AK that really are here to develop something of magnitude and to be able to help people become really successful. And it's like, you know, there's suppliers out there, you know, you can buy equipment and supplies pretty much anywhere. You know, you can get them from all over the place. But the reality of it is when it comes down to the intricate parts of business management and success and scaling to success, it's a whole different caliber. You have to get into a different caliber of conversation than somebody who's operating a bulk tank, for example. You know what I mean? It's just a different conversation.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Great question, man. And Anthony, I'm going to absolutely snag that doghouse and skyscraper analogy. It was brilliant. Where did you hear that? You made it up. I know.
That man is the king of analogies.
Coming from his wife.
It's just something that I developed over time. Legit.
That was favoritism from his wife.
I use it to coach her all the time. I use my analogies in sales. I use my analogy in communicating.
Does he coach you through life, Stephanie, for real?
Yes, he is. He's been my coach since the day I met him.
Wow, that is awesome.
I will say on record, I also pay a coach that is not my husband, but he does coach me through life 100%.
That is awesome. Marky, you have a question for us here on the board, or?
Yeah, I do. It's really about, planning. I know you guys said the vault has like a workflow and stuff like that, but how do you really like put this thing on paper? Because I'll be honest, I go out, I make sure every single day I go out and I do something, especially like now and stuff, because like I said, like I had basically like my job had let me go and stuff like that. So it's like, all right, now it's really crunch time to start, getting the ball rolling. So I'm kind of like, what's the word? Like I'm moving aggressively, but it's like, okay, if something's not clicking, all right, I'm gonna still do line striping this down the third, try to get those jobs, but now let me move over here to curb stripe and try to make some money and stuff. Right. Today, okay, I wasn't getting no money with that or something. All right, let me see if I can start doing, power washing.
Marky, can I stop you? Can I stop you? I don't mean to interrupt you rudely, but I want to stop you for 1 second. Brother, you don't know what you don't know, man. You need a coach, bro. Get a coach. Invest into a coach to help you. Invest into a coach to be able to help you build a process and an understanding of what you need to execute on with building this company. Doing it the other way on your own and trying to figure it out through the school of hard knocks and all the pitfalls that are along the way, you're going to get to your destination. There's no doubt you're going to be wildly successful. Just the time it's going to take to get there is going to be a lot longer than what it will take with somebody who's experienced and understands the depth of the industry. If you have a coach that's built and literally built 7-figure companies that are there to be able to guide you through the process of building that success, it's the best investment that you could ever make. And if you don't have the capital to invest, let's just say you don't have the capital to invest right out of the gate for a big, long coaching platform, do it just an hour a month at least, just to get going, right? Just to get going, and then make some money and then invest into a coach. But like, just to be clear, like for anybody on here who doesn't have a coach, and whether it's part of AK or not, whoever's on here that doesn't have a coach, do yourself a favor and invest into a coach. Somebody that will hold you accountable, that can give you some guidance and leadership, mentorship, somebody who's successful, somebody who is somebody that you can connect with, that has the same core values or similar core values, that really builds that energy. Because I'll tell you, there is no athletic organization, there is no super successful business person that does not have a coach. It's just, did Michael Jordan have a coach? Did Kobe Bryant have a coach? Wayne Gretzky, for those of you know Wayne Gretzky, like, did he have a coach? Of course.
Yeah.
Business people, you know, Keith Cunningham, all these, any kind of big names, Alex Hormozy, all these guys have coaches. All these gals, wildly successful gals, have coaches. So Marky, do what you need to do to fast track that growth, because that's an investment that you're going to make that will yield what's called a breakout on your growth graph. Otherwise, it's going to be long, slow, and steady for a long time before you really start to experience those breakouts. And frankly, if you can do that in the earlier stages, you're going to see people who, like, we coach right now, just to be clear, like, we coach clients that have $1.8 million, like 1.8 million in their deal pipeline. They're only 5 months in business. Like, and I'm not saying that's going to be the case. I'm just saying, if you have the belief and conviction and you have the right coaching platform to be able to work from, you can get there way faster. Does that make sense, brother?
Yeah, that makes absolute sense. Absolute sense.
Ball's in your court.
All right. Who would like to be my coach?
Well, it's there. If you look at the chat window that's on there right now, go down to that link and you can literally watch videos and you can connect with the different coaches. You can actually set up a 30-minute acceleration session with a coach on there, where they're going to take 30 minutes out of their personal time to be able to engage to determine whether or not there's a right fit for you and the coach. So that's something that I think you should probably do. And in that 30 minutes, you'll get a lot of value out of that 30 minutes.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
Cool. Team, we are 8:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's awesome to still see so many people on. I'm going to remove us all from the spotlight so we can be on the board together. Is there any final questions for tonight to close out? One last question we'll take. Anybody have a question that they have before we do the one we're closed and they head out of the meeting? Any question? Brian, I hope you're working on that 18-month plan, bro. Cool. Proud of you, man. Love it. I really enjoyed that with you, by the way. That was cool. You had me looking back at my 18-month plan afterwards. Yeah, it's awesome. Cool. Anybody here, raise your hand if you know what an 18-month plan is. Cool. That's inside the vault too, in the foundation folder. All right, cool. I'm excited for this. Daniel, do you have any questions?
No, I think I'm good right now, just soaking it in.
You know, look at that. There's Anthony right here. To the last
time you were talking about coaching, I linked up with Anthony a few weeks ago and it was invaluable. I knew nothing about this industry at all. And I actually went and met up with Anthony there and learned more in 3 days than I could have in a year of trying to figure it out on my own.
Is he better looking in person?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said, is he better looking in person?
Twice as handsome in person.
Oh shit! Yeah, there's Lavelle right there. Yeah. That's the media king right there. Lavelle, man, I'll tell you what. This guy's going to have some big things coming at everyone here. You want to talk about video content and production and that kind of stuff for your website and for social and for being able to build something that is a marketing powerhouse. This man right here, I've spent some great quality time. He's one of the coolest cats I have ever looked at, coolest cats I've ever met, but extremely talented. So as you guys are building your pavement asset management business, we're going to have a whole media division of a part of Asphalt Kingdom in partnership with Lavelle. And so we got some really cool things coming to you guys. We want a one-stop shop. We want you guys to come into the moat and have everything in one place to be able to build something of massive magnitude to create that inevitable success. So stay tuned. We've got more coming for all of you.
Yes.
Super
Come to the
excited.
meetups. Come to the meetups. Lavelle will be there. He'll be able to help your branding. You'll be able to set up meetings and leverage his talent.
Yes.
Cool. Everybody got a little value out of tonight? Yeah? Anybody get a lot of value out of tonight? Nice. Cool. Brian, I know you raised your hand. It was just down low. Come on, bring it up. A lot of value tonight, bud? Yeah, all right, cool. All right, everyone, we're going to go through a one-word close, just the way that you kind of, just one word to reflect on the meeting tonight, and then we're going to head out. We're going to go out and absolutely crush it. Again, if you want access to the vault, reach out to one of our Asphalt Kingdom superstars. They'll be happy to connect you. We've got the coaches that are available to you, and we've got a lot of great things coming. There are some massive projects that are in the works right now. People are at airports. We're building something of magnitude, and super excited about everyone being a part of what we're building together as a community. So let's go through a one-word close. Spencer, no particular order, but you are up first, brother.
Coachability.
Coachability. I love it. So true, man. We've been having fun. Great. I am actually up next. I'm going to say discipline, and then Thad, you're up next.
Relationships, Judd.
Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, nice to see you, man. Hey, have Matthias give me a call. I think he dropped off. I need to buy me some equipment, man, because I 10x'd in less than 6 months, man. So I got to buy some equipment off y'all.
I'm so excited about that. Spencer, do me a favor. Take that note and get Matthias. Send him a WhatsApp. Let's get that organized. Thad, we appreciate you, man. Appreciate being a part of the journey. Congratulations.
Thanks, Judd.
Victor, one word close.
Anticipation.
Fantastic. Emery Asphalt. Jeanette.
Organization.
Yes. Ronald. You're muted. Just click that little mute button in the bottom corner.
How about courage?
Great stuff. Brian, one word close.
Network.
John.
Brotherhood.
Next, John.
Vault.
Vault? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Alex Scoring?
Fundamentals.
Daniel?
I'd say insight.
Skylar?
Follow up.
Lavelle?
Very excited.
Anthony?
Portrait. Paint it.
Stephanie?
Momentum.
Stephanie. Got it. Momentum. I'm going to say high-speed satellite internet Christmas. Anthony, it's on you, bud.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Steven,
I'm gonna bring a
one word
wireless
close.
router with it when I come down in December.
Perfect. Steven, one word close.
Integrity.
What's your, I see your little one there. What's the one word close?
Integrity.
Yes. And from the little one, what's the one word close from your little girl?
Do you have a word you want to say that is on your mind?
Balloon.
She said balloon.
Why balloon?
Balloon. Dom Manzo would say balloon as well right now, by the way. And he would say hot air balloon, brand yourself everywhere. Put it on a Goodyear blimp. Get your brand on school buses. Get it on bus stops. Get it on taxis. Put it everywhere. That's what he would say. So balloon, I like that. Great stuff. And you've got another one. What's your one word close, buddy?
Asphalt. I don't know.
Asphalt.
We like asphalt in Canada and definitely up in the kind of northeast, the asphalt, the way we pronounce it. Listen, I'm from Montreal, so I say asphalt, but everywhere else we say asphalt, right? That's kind of an interesting thing.
It took me so long to learn how to properly spell asphalt because I say it wrong.
And we've got Addie. Are you frozen right now or are you live right now, Addie?
Live, loud and clear. My word, I'm gonna steal it from Anthony. Doghouse. You know, that's a good one. It's gonna stay. I'm gonna use that one. Great
Definitely.
one.
Addie, by the way, thank you for being a superstar. You're an incredible lighthouse to everybody. Addie's been with us on the AK sales front and helps service a lot of customers every single year. And just a side note, by the way, Addie's through $2 million in sales this year, just himself at AK. So I want to give him a huge round of applause. And at that in sales, $2 million in sales from Addie's side. Think about how many other companies, he's helped to actually go out there and to create success for themselves. That's something that's really special. So that's what we talk about every day on our morning huddle. We always start with the reason why we're here every day, and it's to help you guys, to help everyone as much as we possibly can, and then we can earn money. But until we help you, we can't earn the money. So we appreciate you. And Addie, keep crushing it. Proud of you, bro. Good to be on this journey with you, man.
Proud of you as well. Thank you so much.
Marky, one word closed.
I'll probably say humble.
Nice. John Vanzel?
Grateful.
Me too. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
Tom, one word close. You're muted.
Implementation.
Nice. Fantastic. Mr. Lane, one word close.
Dedicated.
Lane, can I ask you where you're located?
Canyon Lake, Texas.
Right on, right on.
Texas Hill Country.
You starting a business?
Yes, sir.
When are you starting the business?
When or what?
When are you starting the business?
It's like a work in progress right now. Tom Parsons on here. He's helping me with a lot of stuff.
Tom Parsons is on here and he's going to be working with you to build the business?
Yeah, he has his own, but he's helping me with a lot of it.
That's awesome, man. That's great. Congratulations. Well, I'm super excited. So Tom, you're helping Lane out to build a business?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Can you talk to us about that, man? I know we're past time. If anybody wants to drop off, feel free to drop off, but I want to hang out and hear this story. So what's happening there?
Yeah, no problem, man. So I do obviously pinnacle asphalt and concrete, but I also have a seal coat section. And Lane and Cameron came to me wanting to start a business. There's a lot of pie in seal coat. So basically I have my degrees in communications and marketing, and I figured I'd help them on the sales aspect of things because I've started from scratch. So I figured they could too, and let them use my machines to get going.
That's incredible. And so did you suggest that Lane come on here on the round table and hear what this is about?
No, man. Lane is a very bright future. Lane found you guys on his own and sent me the information.
Hey, Lane, where are you in Texas exactly?
Like New Braunfels, Texas.
How far is that from Dallas?
4 hours.
Like 4 hours.
If I had a spot for you, we're oversold on the Dallas event, but if I had a spot for you, would you come and be a part of that, man? On November 5th?
Sir.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Well, let's make that happen. Spencer, I believe Spencer dropped off, but Addie, can you communicate? Do me a favor, send a WhatsApp, or John, actually, you're driving, Addie. John, send Spencer a message right now. I'd like Lane, if we can invite him to the Dallas event. I'd love to meet him in person, and I'd love to have him a part of what we're doing there. Tom, is that something that you want to attend with Lane?
I'd love to, man, for sure.
Cool. So let's make that happen. John, let's make a spot for Tom and Lane on the Dallas meetup event. Yeah, of course. But man, when I see the younger generations on here, man, my heart's singing, guys, because you guys are the ones that are going to be the ones influencing this industry. And so we've got to teach you guys every aspect of this the right way so that you guys can change and address this industry that for so many years was really combative and dark and negative. It was really rough. And now it's becoming something where essentially we're destroying the stereotypical blue collar worker, guys. Like legitimately it's changing right now. And your generation, Lane, how old are you, man?
I'm 17.
Yeah. This is special, man. Listen, whatever I can do to help you, Lane, you've got my email address right there. If you want to stay connected, if there's anything I can help you with at any point in time, I want you to stay connected, man, and I'll do my very best. Tom, if there's something I can help Lane with, anything at all, I'll do my best. I'll walk him through the inside of the vault just as my contribution to you and paying it forward to you, Lane. I'd be happy to do that personally with you once I'm back from Dallas. I'll take some time with you, spend a few hours with you, and hopefully get you off on a really solid foot there too. I know Tom already knows the industry, but I think if Tom and myself were able to give you some good guidance and support, that would be something pretty awesome for you, bro. Does that sound good?
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really great. He, if anybody can make something happen, his kid's he's a bright burner.
Cool. Well, let's build a skyscraper, as we say. Let's do it. Cool. Guys, thank you so much. Really been great here with you. I'm going to go spend some time with my family. Hope you guys get to go enjoy some time kicking back and reflecting here tonight. I'm very, very grateful to be on this journey with you guys. And I can't wait for next week, man. Already next Wednesday, I'll be in Austin, I believe, next Wednesday at the Keith Cunningham event. And then I will be heading to Dallas for November 5th for that event. Make sure that make sure, John, that Spencer gets the information and get Tom and Lane the necessary info. You're probably going to, guys, Tom and Lane, drop your email addresses in the chat window, please, with your phone number as well. Drop that in the chat window. Very important. And then John, grab those and send them over to Spencer, okay? Okay. Thank you so much. James, all the way from the islands, man.
Aloha.
Aloha. Good to see you on. Have you been here the whole time?
Yes, I have. Enjoyed it.
Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I'm looking forward to connecting with you in the future for sure.
I'll be in touch with Spencer. Take care.
Sounds great. Sounds great. You too. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place, right here on the AK Roundtable. Have a beautiful night, everyone. See ya.
Take care. All the best.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.